Alright guys, thank you for checking in the Stormtopia.com and Stormtopia.com Facebook page. We're going to have our daily weather update right now. Current radar imagery showing the storm is over, pulling up through Maine. Really no more rain falling across the continental U.S. However, we did get a really strong series of squall lines across the mid-Atlantic and northeast last night, in some cases creating wind gusts in the 50 to 60 mile per hour plus range. We've also got a southern shortwave moving through Kansas back into western Missouri, as well as just a nasty day out there, Pacific Northwest, with snowfall above a couple thousand feet. Let's get to the graphics right now. I'll take you out to the imagery for the time we make our way out to Thursday, and what's essentially going to be happening here is really a nice warm ridge back into almost all the west. Further east, it's going to be seasonal, if not a bit above normal for the south, and there will be a cool northwesterly flow back into the Great Lakes, back into the upper northeast, interior northeast, I should say, and that will be causing a chilly day for those folks, but really no major issues. I think the NAM is showing some snow right now for the southern Ohio Valley, but I doubt that will verify. Now, by the time we make our way out to Friday, the essential pattern here is, what do you notice by Thursday night into Friday? Little southern, there's a northern stream shortwave making its way on through southern Canada, and I'm going to show you the ref snowfall probabilities right now. And what you see here is good agreement on the fact that we do have this little Alberta clipper making its way on through Saskatchewan back into this province, which I don't recognize, as well as Ontario. Thursday night into early Friday morning, and through the day on Friday, it should be weakening over over Ontario. Now, this is going to be an interesting storm here. Let's just try to make this map correct. This looks to be an interesting storm, probably producing less than 4 inches, even though it's going to be probably a fluffy 1 to 4 inches across this area. Really, the fluff factor will be probably in full effect. Now, for Saturday, the essential pattern out here is going to be for the storm to be over off into eastern Canada. Just going to be a nasty raw day in the west, but pretty warm in the east and central U.S., with a little bit of cool air back into the northern plains, back into the Great Lakes. Now, by the time we make our way out to, let's see, I'm just trying to get this map position. All right, by the time we make our way out to later in the week, I talked about it yesterday, and a lot of people were annoyed at me yesterday because I did not do a video, but I thought it'd be better to get my thoughts out in a text discussion on our U.S. Outlooks page. Looks like we could have a Big Daddy, which is being shown on the GFS by the time we make our way out into later on the day on, or excuse me, later next week around the 25th. So it would be a Thanksgiving storm. It would start with probably even a severe weather outbreak in the south, very warm Gulf of Mexico air, very cool, dry air to the north as a vigorous trough dips in. Heavy rain starts forming, probably multiple low pressure centers along this boundary. It merges into one low pressure center in the southern Appalachians, starts heading off the coast. There will be very, very heavy snow for the Appalachians, the Ohio Valley, the East Coast, and New England. This would certainly be a fantasy storm, but in some respects, it's actually not. It's actually not fantasy. If you're familiar with eastern U.S. weather, then you would know that we tend to see. Okay, let's just use last year as an example. We did have a very warm, pretty warm November across the eastern U.S. last year. It was followed by an early December snowstorm for the Appalachians and East Coast. Late November, early December makes really no difference. So we know that we've had an extensive above average period for almost everyone south of this line. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. Now, wouldn't it make sense that we see a storm heading off the coast around this time of year, late November or early December? I think it does climatologically. Now, just because that is the pattern does not mean it will happen, but it's just something to watch, and I do think it is supported by statistics. Alright guys, that's it for now. Thank you for checking in with Stormtopia.com and the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please spread the word about our website, and have a great day.